So we'll get started in a comfortable seated position, closing our eyes. And as always, just getting and using this time to get grounded, finding our breath, and just really settling in. With our ujjayi breath that we had yesterday, as if you're fogging up a mirror, we're going to continue that breath today. In through your nose, out through your nose. And just taking your time with your breath as you inhale, slowly filling up your lungs with air. And as you exhale, emptying out your lungs. And just continue with that cadence that's not fast or slow. And use this opportunity to take your mantra cards, whatever was on it, and use it as your intention. And if you need to grab it to take a quick peek, feel free to do so. But use that to guide you in your breath. Let's take a deep inhale together through our nose. And then open mouth exhale. Here on out, let's seal our lips in our breath all through our nose. You can keep your eyes open or keep them closed or open as we start to bring some movement into our necks. With circles, bringing your right ear down to your right shoulder. And just bringing your chin to your chest. Left ear, left shoulder. And then you're gazing up. Go ahead with a few rounds on your own. And when you're feeling complete on that side, don't forget to move into the other direction. And let's come back to center. Inhale, let's lift our arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. As we inhale here, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, gazing over your shoulder. One more inhale as we lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, come back up to center, hands up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. As we're here, we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale here, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come back all the way up to center, hands up overhead. And then reach forward, come onto all fours into our tabletop. And as you're here, your knees are right below your hips, hands right below your shoulders. Spread those fingertips wide, giving you full support. So as we inhale here, dropping your bellies into our cat-cow. As you exhale, push the mat away, rounding out your spine. Inhale, dropping your bellies. And then as you exhale, pushing that mat away from you, rounding out your spine. Move through 5 breaths, taking your time and just really feeling each movement with your breath. No rush. Take some movement in your hips if that feels good. Have your fingers point this way, yes. And when you're feeling complete, just come to a neutral tabletop. Just your back, just in a neutral position. Setting up for thread the needle, lifting, when we're ready, just come back to a neutral tabletop. And then as you're here, let's inhale, lift our right arm up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, thread it through the left, and just allowing your ear and temple to rest on the mat. Yeah. Then you may want to come forward. Yes. That way. Okay. And then you can also reach with your other arm, reaching for the top of your mat, just to give it an extra stretch. And we're here just for a couple breaths. Let's take a cleansing breath here in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. On that next inhale, rise back up. Taking your time, getting back into tabletop as we move to the other side, as we lift our arms up to the sky, and then threading it through the opposite side. Just letting your body melt into the mat. Letting gravity help you come down closer. Let's take a cleansing breath in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. On that next inhale, rise back up, and then just come back and we meet in tabletop. Again, tabletop, our knees are right below our hips, hands right beneath our shoulders. Now we're going to set up for our active child's pose. So bringing your legs out wide to the mat, knees out wide, feet also wide out. And then let's sit all the way back down into our bottoms. And then reach forward, bringing your forehead down to the mat into our child's pose. Now, if you're feeling too much sensation with bringing your feet out wide, go ahead and bring them in closer if that feels better for you. take a cleansing breath here in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. Now on that next inhale, we're just gonna walk our hands back to where it's right beneath your shoulders, lifting up, opening up your chest and your shoulders, gazing up at the sky. Exhale, walk your hands back down, going forward, forehead back to the mat. Inhale, walk your hands back, right beneath your shoulders. Push up, gaze up, open up your chest. Exhale, come back down, child's pose, walking your hands back to the tops of your mat. Inhale, walk our hands back for one last time. Lift up, shoulders, chest, head, gazing up, opening up our chest. And then exhale, let's release, come back into our tabletop. Tuck our toes. Then we're gonna lift up into downward facing dog. And as you're here, just pedal out your feet. Get a generous bend in your knees. Let's inhale here, bend your knees, look forward and walk your way up to the top of the mat. And we meet at a forward fold. And as you're here, letting your head grow heavy. Again, getting that generous bend in your knees. Just grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. And from here, let's just release your elbows. Now we inhale, halfway lift, keeping a flat back. Your hands can be on your shins, your thighs, or your knees. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. And we're going to kick our right foot back into our low lunge. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, lift up slowly. Hands up overhead. And as you make your adjustments here, your left leg is bent, knee doesn't go past your ankles. Your right heel is lifted. And again, if you need to, you can widen your stance to give you a better balance. And when we're ready, inhale, cactus those arms, gazing up. Inhale, hands up overhead. And then as you exhale, lift up into our Tadasana. Here again in Tadasana, our feet are hip width distance apart. Standing strong, we're tucking our pelvic in, so we're not sticking anything out. We're just simply bringing everything in, palms facing forward. You can keep your eyes closed as we take a cleansing breath here in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, and we hinge at our hips, coming forward, and then taking a bend in your knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands onto the mat. And then we kick back with our left as we position ourselves into that low lunge. And when everyone's ready, let's inhale, lift up, hands up overhead. And we just take a breath here in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. On that next inhale, bring our hands down, cactus those arms, opening up your chest, gazing up. Inhale slowly, hands back up overhead, and then we just simply hop to the top, arms back down to our sides, Tadasana. Everyone good? Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. And here, maybe you're folding a little bit deeper as if you're trying to look at the person behind you. Inhale, halfway lift. And then just feel flat back. So we're gazing up just a little bit, yeah. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Bring our right foot back behind us into that low lunge. And when everyone is ready, we inhale, lift up all the way up. Cactus those arms, bringing them down, opening up your chest, feeling that stretch, feeling your front body open up. Inhale, hands up overhead. And then as we exhale, let's pivot our back foot. We're into our warrior two. Warrior two. And as you're here, arms parallel, feeling strong. Flip your hand and then reverse that warrior. Just feeling that side body stretch. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. And then we set up for side angle. Side angle, we're just going to bring our left arm to rest lightly on our thigh, lifting up, twisting, gazing up at our fingers. And we're here just for a breath. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. And then we're going to pivot into warrior one, or our high lunge, and then stepping up into our Tadasana. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold, hands down to the mat. And now we bring our left foot back behind us. And then when you're here, when you're feeling ready, we lift up into our low lunge. Inhale, cactus those arms. Opening up your chest. Gazing up. Inhale, hands back up overhead. And then we pivot, warrior two. And if you need to make an adjustment here, feel free to do so. Again, front knee bend, arms parallel to the ground, stretching, trying to reach for the walls between us. Inhale, flip your hand over, and then we reverse that warrior. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. And then inhale, side angle, bringing your right arm down on top of your thigh, and then reaching up with your left. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Pivoting into our low lunge. And then just hopping up to the top of our mats. Mountain. Everyone good? You guys are looking great. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Bring your right foot back into that low lunge. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift up, hands up overhead. Feeling your chest open up, let's go into cactus. Front knee bent. Feeling strong in your posture. Inhale, hands up overhead. And then exhale, we now go into warrior two. Awesome. Arms parallel, and take any movement and adjustments that you need. Inhale, reverse your hand. Flip your hand, reverse that warrior. Inhale, come back up, warrior. Now we side angle. Reaching up towards the sky. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. And then we're gonna pivot our front foot, and we're gonna face the long edge of our mat, arms wide out, spreading out. And then as we exhale, pivoting at our hips, we're gonna just simply fold over all the way down. Go ahead and get a generous bend in your knees, if that feels good. Come side to side. Using your hands for support, just moving your hips wherever it feels good. And let's come back to center and just let your head grow heavy. Let it relax. And just let gravity bring it closer. Inhale, come back up, slowly come up, arms out wide. Bringing them to heart center. And we drop down into goddess for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up, arms out wide. And then we come back into our low lunge. And then just hop up to the front of the mat into our Tadasana. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. And then we bring our left foot back behind us now. And then when you're ready, we lift up. And then when you're feeling solid here, let's cactus those arms. Lifting our chest, gazing up. Inhale, slowly come back up. And then let's pivot, warrior two. And again, don't forget, breath to movement. Front knee bent, arms wide, parallel to the ground, feeling strong, gazing at your fingertips. Let's flip our hands, reverse that warrior. Inhale, come back up. Let's go right into side angle. Resting your arm on your thigh, lifting up with the other towards the sky. Inhale, come back up, warrior. And then now we pivot our foot, and now we set up for our prasarita. Arms still wide, spread wide. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and take a bend in your knees. That feels good. Swaying side to side. And then just coming back to center, letting your head grow heavy. And then maybe this time you're just reaching your hands behind your heels in the middle, center. Let's inhale here, slowly come back up, arms out wide. Bring them to prayer at heart center as we sit down into goddess. And as we're here, imagine a wall behind you, your back is erect as if you're leaning up against a wall. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up, release, arms out wide. And then let's just turn, come into our low lunge. And then let's hop up to the front of our mats into Tadasana. Go ahead, and if you need a little sip or to wipe off, feel free to do so. Let's inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, low lunge. When you're here and ready, inhale, lift up, hands up overhead. Inhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, slowly come back up. And then let's pivot and find our warrior two. Again, front knee bent, back leg giving you that support. Arms wide, arms parallel, looking at your fingertips. Just reverse your hand, or flip your hand, reverse that warrior. Inhale, come back up, warrior two, and then let's get into our side angle. Reaching up towards the sky. Inhale, come back up, warrior. And then let's pivot our foot. So long edge of our mat. Go ahead and forward fold. Take a bend in your knee. Sway side to side. And then just come to the middle and then bring your head all the way down, letting gravity do its magic. Inhale, slowly come up. Arms out wide. Reaching. Let's bring our hands to heart center. And then exhale, fall into our goddess. Again, imagine a wall behind you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of that. Arms out wide. And then here, let's pivot back into our low lunge. And then we're going to cartwheel our hands down to the mat. And then we're going to come and find ourselves in downward facing dog. Inhale, let's drop down to our knees. Untuck your toes. Come down to your chest. And then slide up all the way flat into our upward facing dog. And we'll be here just for a couple breaths, taking in this nice back bend. Inhale, tuck your toes, and we come back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, look up, walk your way up to the top of your mat. Here in forward fold. Then inhale, slowly come all the way up, hands up overhead. And then exhale, Tadasana, our mountain pose. You guys are looking good. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat, and we now move to the other side. Left foot back behind us into our low lunge. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, come up, arms up overhead. Inhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, come back up, hands up overhead. And now we find warrior two. Feeling strong, arms parallel. Flip your hand. Let's reverse that warrior. Inhale, come back up. Warrior two. Then our side angle, letting your arm rest on your thigh, and then just reaching up. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Now let's just pivot our feet. As you're here, go ahead and forward fold all the way down. Sway side to side, get some bend in your knees if you need. Let's come back to center and let your head fall heavy. Let it grow, let gravity do its work. And just letting your hands fall, keeping everything centered. Inhale, come back up slowly, arms out wide. Bringing them into heart center. And then we drop down into goddess. And as you're here, again, imagining a wall behind you. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back out, arms out wide. And then pivoting back into our low lunge towards the tops of our mats. And then here, we're going to cartwheel our hands down to the mat. And then come into our downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Untuck your toes, come all the way down to your chest. And then slowly move up into our upward facing dog. And we're here just for a couple more breaths. Inhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Walk your way up to the front of the mat. And then inhale, slowly come up. All the way up, hands up overhead. And then Tadasana. Just take a moment here to acknowledge all the sensation you may be feeling. Maybe reground, maybe come back to the mantra that you selected for your practice today. Let's go ahead and step our feet out wide, maybe to the width of our mats. Let's inhale, hands up overhead, bringing them to prayer, down to heart center, and then exhale, come down into our yogi squat or malasana. And if it's helpful, you can also take your block. You may sit on it to give you that support. And then here, just using your elbows to push your knees back, opening up your hips. And then releasing your hands and allowing your left knee to fall down. And we're just here for a moment. Then inhale, let's come back up and then switch to the other side. And if it's probably easier without the block, you can remove the block. And then let's come back to center and then come all the way down to our bottoms. And here you may want to keep your blocks handy for support. Laying all the way down on your backs. Bringing the soles of your feet together into our butterfly. Yeah. and bringing them all, just keeping them down on the mat. Yeah. And then using your blocks to place underneath your thigh, your knees. And just let everything relax and fall. Placing one hand on your heart and the other on your, right below your belly button. Go ahead and release your hands down to the sides. Let's take a cleansing breath through our nose. And then open mouth, exhale. Go ahead and move the blocks if you have that beneath your knees. Bringing your knees back up into center. Feet still flat on the mat. Let's bring our hips and our bottoms to the left side, to the very left side of our mats. Yeah, just shimmy over. And then once you're there, bring everything out to the side. You're going to let your knees fall over to the right, keeping your shoulders flat on the mat. And then you're looking opposite of where your legs are falling. And if there's room, stretch out your arms so that they're in a T, just reaching. You may bump into your neighbor. Just stagger your hands. Take a cleansing breath here in through our nose, open mouth exhale. Go ahead and lift up. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Taking your time. So just shimmying your way off to the left side of your mat. And then letting your knees fall all the way over. And then you are looking opposite direction of where you're twisting. Let's take a cleansing breath here in through our nose. Open mouth exhale. And just taking your time, slowly make your way back. Knees back up to center. And when you're ready, let's hug our knees into our chest. Just giving it a nice little compression. Go ahead and release your left leg, extending it out. And then hugging your right knee in and out towards your armpit. Getting it into your armpit as if you're trying to jam it in there. Let's take a cleansing breath here in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. Release that leg and then grab the opposite. Taking your time and hugging it in and then out towards your armpit. So in and out. Let's take a cleansing breath through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. And as we release here, I want you to take up space on your mat. Allowing your body to just be one with your mat, heels melting, your calves, the back of your thighs, your lower back, going all the way up to the crown of your head. Just begin to just take slow, deep breaths in through your nose. Allow the sensations to be. No need to react. Recognize that they're there. And allow your breath to guide you into relaxation. Let's take a cleansing breath through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. And begin to gently return your awareness to your body. Notice the weight of yourself on the mat. And just start to bring some movement back into your toes, your fingertips. And then when you're ready, turn over to your right into your fetal position. And at your own pace, and when you're ready, we'll all meet at a seated position. Then bringing your hands to heart center, eyes still closed. Let's take a together breath in through our nose. Then open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for trusting me in guiding you in practice today. Take this energy with you as you go about the rest of your morning into the afternoon. Come back to the intention card that you pulled this morning and take those sentiments with you as well. From my heart to yours, thank you. And that concludes our class today.